Hi, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our Good Morning Yoga this week. It's Friday. It's allergy season. My neti pot is waiting for me over there because of this hand. So grab your little cup of whatever you got for the morning, and we're just going to do a little gentle wake up. Because that's where I am right now. When you have that cup of coffee or cup of tea or whatever it is you'd like, or nothing, just come to your mat, maybe sit on a cushion or a blanket to help support the hips. Especially in the morning, I feel like that is really important, for me at least. So find that seat and just sit nice and tall. Maybe close the eyes if that works for you. And then taking a few moments just to arrive on your mat, consciously coming to your practice. Whatever time of the day it is that you choose to practice, whether it's now or later, we come to our mat with stuff, and that's okay. That's absolutely okay. But taking a moment when you arrive on your mat and you're ready to start your practice, just taking a moment to acknowledge, hey, I'm here on my mat. This is my practice time, and that might help you sort of harness the day, if you will. So, acknowledging that this is your time to practice. Taking a few breaths. Noticing any kinks that are hanging out in the neck or the shoulders or anywhere else in the body. And just reminding yourself those kinks are normal, and to honor them as you move your body. And let's just take a big deep breath in through the nose and then out through the mouth. So breathing in. And then take the mouth really wide as you let it go. Draw the belly up and back towards the spine as you exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times. So full breath in through the nose. Mouth opens really wide. Maybe this time you even stick your tongue out. Kind of coming into more of a lion's breath. 1 more time. Breath in through the nose. Filling the belly. And then exhale. Open the mouth wide. Maybe stick out the tongue. Exhale. And then as you come to the bottom of that exhale, see if you can just push out a little more air. A little more. And then breath in through the nose. Breath out through the nose. So we're just getting out all of that stale air that may be sort of hanging out in the lungs. Because sometimes as we exhale, we may not be exhaling completely. So we're still leaving a little bit of air in the lungs. So taking a few conscious breaths, like a few conscious exhales to really expel all of the air and then invite new breath and oxygen into the body can be really beneficial, especially in the morning. Okay, so go ahead and gather the palms together right at your heart space. Take a moment just to bow the head. And as we acknowledge our own practice, take a moment just to acknowledge those that came before us who helped pave the way for our practice now. Beautiful. Go ahead and lift that head. Float the eyes open if they're closed. And then inhale, we're gonna take the arms up over the head, reach them tall. So really press down through the hips and lift up through the side body all the way up through the fingertips. And exhale, take the arms wide, maybe circle the wrists as you float the arms back down. And then taking the palms together right at your heart space. Do that again. Inhale, arms reach up, nice big tall stretch, like you just, you're waking up out of the bed, nice full body stretch here. And then release the hands, circle the wrists, give them a little love as you float the arms down. Palms come back to your heart space. One more time. Inhale, arms reach tall. And then exhale, float them down. This time we'll just leave them alongside the body here. All right, so plant the right palm next to the right hip. We're gonna inhale the left arm over the ear. Let the left palm face down towards your mat. Give yourself a little side stretch. And let's add a little bit of movement here. So inhale, we're gonna take the heart, spiral it up towards the sky. And then exhale, take the heart, spiral it down towards the right thumb. Inhale, heart reaches towards the sky. Exhale, reach the heart towards the right thumb. One more time. Inhale. Open it up and then exhale, round the back. Come back to that side stretch just for a moment. Reach the fingertips. And then rise up, release that left arm. Give the shoulders a little bit of a shake here. There we go. All right, so this time left palm plants. Take the right arm over the ear. Start with that side stretch, palm faces down. And then just breathe into that right rib cage area, creating some space in the right side body. Okay, sorry guys, I had to put it on. I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb. So, okay. All right, so reaching through the right arm. Now let's add that movement in. So inhale, spiral the heart up towards the sky, open up the chest a bit, open up the shoulder. And then exhale, heart reaches down towards the left thumb. Inhale, open it up towards the sky. Exhale, round it down. One more time, inhale, open. And then exhale, round it down. Beautiful. All right, come back to that side stretch for a moment. Lengthen the arm, lengthen the side body, lengthen the waistline. And then take yourself all the way up. Release that right arm. Give yourself a few more shoulder rolls here. Back, maybe forward. All right, so go ahead and make your way to hands and knees. We're gonna keep this pretty short this morning. We've got a few things that are happening on my end today, so I just wanted to hop on there really quickly and offer, though, just a little something for those of you who'd like it. So, finding your way to that hand and knee position, tabletop pose. Let's just continue with that spinal movement with some cat-cow. So inhaling, lift the head, lift the hips. And then exhaling, round the back. Bring the chin into the chest. Really press the upper back up towards the sky. Maybe even take a second to just sort of rock back and forth, if that feels good. And then when you're ready, we'll continue with that cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Again, if you want to add movement here, it makes it kind of interesting instead of just the same old cat-cow. And then exhale, round the back. You can continue to shift forward. That shift forward might bring a little stretch into that upper trapezius muscles. And just might feel good. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, round. There we go. All right, so walk the hands out just a few inches. We're gonna curl the toes under and stretch the hips towards the sky. So find a downward facing dog here.
And then make sure the feet are at least hips distance apart. You might like them even wider this morning. I'm going to take mine wider just for a little bit of a change here. And then I'm going to pedal my feet. So you're welcome to bend one knee and then the other. I invite you to go slow at first. Some of us sort of pedal like we're racing here. But see if you can take it at a nice slow pedal. And then maybe walking the feet back to that hips distance apart. If you've widened them, take a moment just to find stillness in that downward facing dog. Feel the length of the arms, the length of the spine. Draw the belly in here just a bit, just to engage the core slightly. And breathe. So you're probably starting to feel a little warmer. The arms might start to yell at you a bit. But tell them it's just temporary. We'll be coming out of this in just a moment, I promise. So take one breath in here and through the nose. And then just let it out through the mouth. Beautiful. All right, so take the gaze between the thumbs and step the right foot up between the hands. And just lower the back knee down. Uncurl the back toes. And then let's just shift forward and back, get into the hips a little. So inhale, we're gonna pull the chest forward, take the gaze forward. And then exhale, shift the hips back, round the back. So almost like that cat-cow back we did earlier. Inhale, chest pulls forward. Exhale, shift it back. And then just kind of go at your own pace here for a few breaths. Almost like you're test driving out the hips this morning. Seeing how they're feeling, how they're working. And then go ahead and make your way back into your low lunge. And then we're going to rise up by taking the hands onto the right thigh. Take a moment just to come upright, roll the shoulders back. Press the right heel down for a little bit of extra stability. And then we're going to inhale the arms high. So coming into that low lunge position. And then inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows and press them back. So cactus the arms and just lift the chest. So we don't really want to arch the back. We just want to press the elbows back so that we can lift the chest. Right? So we're just finding a little lift of the chest, maybe a little arch through the upper back versus the low back. Release the arms, take them, reach them back up. And then exhale, plant them next to that right foot. We're going to curl the back toes under, lift that left knee. Keep the left palm where it is. And then just take the right arm to the right thigh and just gaze over the right shoulder. See if you can drop the right hip slightly as you reach the left thigh up towards the sky. Release, go ahead and unwind, plant that right palm, and we're gonna walk the hands over the left shoulder, bringing them towards the long edge of your mat. Turn the feet so that they're parallel to one another, and we're in a wide-legged forward fold here. So inhale, come onto fingertips, lift yourself up halfway, and then exhale, you can fold over into that wide-legged forward fold. As you're here, make sure that the knees have a tiny little bend in them. Don't lock out the knees. And then just sort of see what it feels like just to press on the outer edges of the feet. You'll feel some engagement through the legs. maybe even the hips. Give the head a little gentle nod, yes. Little shake, no. And then on your next inhale, find yourself halfway lift one more time. So coming onto the fingertips. And then we're gonna walk the hands over the left shoulder, coming to the opposite edge of your mat, okay? Bend into the left knee and then lower the right knee down. So we're coming to that low lunge on this side, all right? Beautiful. So finding that movement, we're gonna just inhale, lift the chest forward, lift the gaze, and then exhale, shift it back, and you can round over the leg. Inhale forward. So just gentle movement. Again, like you're test driving your hips for the day. How are they working? How are they feeling? Okay, go ahead. Finish out your round. And we'll come back to that lunge. Okay, draw the belly in, slightly press into that left heel. Bring yourself upright. Hands can stay on the left thigh for just a moment. Draw the belly in. And then when you're ready, you can take the arms up towards the sky. Give them a little reach, a little stretch. And then inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, press them back as you lift the heart. Maybe you lift the gaze. Draw the shoulder blades in towards one another as you press the elbows back. Inhale, reach the arms back high one more time. And then exhale, hands frame the foot. Go ahead and tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, right palm stays planted, and that left hand comes to the left thigh. We're just gonna gaze over the left shoulder. All right, so drop the hips slightly as you press the right thigh up towards the sky. Really press into that right palm. So you really wanna lift the torso so that you can find a little more twist. Beautiful, go ahead and take one more breath in. And then a breath out, unwind, frame the foot with the hands, and then this time we're gonna just step that left foot back to a downward facing dog, where we'll take one breath in, and a breath out. Go ahead and lower the knees back to the mat, bring the toes together, reach the hips back, come into a child's pose. You're welcome to take the arms next to the legs. And as you're here in child's pose, taking a moment to think about your day and think about how, what feeling you want to invoke throughout your day. Maybe setting an intention around that, or just setting your own intention. And then when you feel ready, taking the palms to the earth, go ahead and press yourself up. Let's just swing the legs around. Come onto your bum. We're gonna do one more pose before we make our way down. So drawing the soles of the feet together. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe even taking the hands behind you. Again, and just lifting and opening the chest. Maybe that's our theme today. Lift and open. Lift and open. Not just the body, but the heart and the mind as well. Breathing into that open space that you're creating with the body.
One more breath in. And then exhale, soften. Draw the knees back in towards one another. And then just find a simple cross-legged seat, whatever that looks like for you. If you want to bring the blanket back under your hips, we can do that. So that's oftentimes when I do a morning practice, that's pretty close to what I do. It's just very short, very simple, just to sort of wake everything up. It's not a full class. It's just sort of what feels good in my body. And so I invite you that when you, if you're trying to create like a morning routine or a morning practice, you know, just get on your mat and move. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have like a yoga name. Oftentimes, you know, it doesn't. Sometimes what I do doesn't have a yoga name. It's just what feels good in my body at that time. So I invite you to sort of play on your mat, see what feels good. All right, so as you're in that seat, go ahead and just take a moment. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. And let yourself get really still here. Notice the breath. And really take a moment to notice where you feel the breath. So do you feel the breath in the chest or do you feel it in the belly? Oftentimes we take shallower breaths that are chest, breathing into the chest versus the belly. So see if you can turn that belly breath on. Okay, so you'll notice that a little bit more if you can actually take one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. And then just breathe normally. And if you feel that distinct rise and fall of the chest versus the extension and contraction of the belly, then that means you're breathing into the chest. And so this is one of the places where we let the core just sort of hang out. You don't have to engage the core here. And sometimes just that letting go of the core really will turn on that belly breath. And we want to breathe from the belly so that we can access those full, deep breaths. And if you want to learn more about the breath, I really highly, highly recommend the book Breath. Gosh, I forget who wrote it. I'll find that for you in a moment, but it's fascinating. So just taking some full deep breaths in through the belly, out of the belly, keeping the breath in and out of the nose. See if you can deepen those breaths. So really fill up the belly as you inhale. And then as you exhale, letting it out through the nose. Now here is where we start to contract the belly a bit to really get out those last bits of air. And then inhale. Full deep breaths into the belly. And then exhaling. Drawing the belly button back towards the spine will help you expel that air. Give yourself another little exhalation. Draw it in again. You'll be amazed how much sort of air is left at the bottom of your exhale. And then together, let's take a nice big breath in through the nose and just a gentle sigh out through the mouth. Go ahead and place the palms together right at your heart space. And then just draw the chin down towards the fingertips. honoring yourself. Again, honoring your practice. And honoring those around you and beyond. Thanks for being here this Friday morning and joining me in a little Friday morning movement. Namaste. Okay, so I'm gonna get that book. I've been talking about this book and it's phenomenal, super amazing. Hold on. Okay, so this is the book. It is by James Nestor, Breath. It is so, so good. You don't have to be a yogi to read this and to be completely fascinated by it. But I have been reading it and it is like, there are so many just wow and aha moments. And so I highly recommend it, just to see how the breath affects literally everything in the body. And this guy in particular, he did some of his own experiments with the breath and lots and lots of research. It's really good. So I'm really trying to myself in my own practice bring that breath practice back. And it may be just as simple as that, is just sort of noticing where you're breathing, the chest or the belly. But that's where you start. So if you take any classes with me, then you'll likely see like, oh, okay, yes, we're gonna do a little breath work at the end of class. So yeah, all right, guys. I'm off. I've got a few things that I need to get done. And I know you guys have your days ahead of you as well. So I hope you can take that intention that you set for your day and just take a moment, now and again, just to, oh, you did it, Ange, yay. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, so take that intention that you set for yourself and just remind yourself, throughout the day, what it is, how you want your day to go. So, all right, friends, happy Friday. I'm gonna finish my coffee and I'm gonna go run my errands. Okay, I'll see you all soon. Cheers. Bye.